Okay, our final section will be the LED description and operation of the H-bridge. The H-bridges are what control the thrusters and are very important to the operation of this system. We've already talked about the power supply LEDs, and you've got LED 1 and 2 here. These are driven by your basic stamp. The basic stamp is right here, and those are under program control. You can set those to any function that you want. Right now they're blinking as it goes through the process loop once per loop. If you move down here, you'll see these. We've already briefly talked about these, but these are your two LEDs to show serial communication between the board and your laptop. The two LEDs here are your coming from the R.O.V PIC, and again, those are status displays letting you know that you're getting successful communication between the basic stamp and the R.O.V PIC. Now if we move over into this area over here, we've got our LEDs that are on each motor output. Here's the two LEDs for motor output 1, and here's the two LEDs for motor output number 2. If you operate this in the forward direction, both the red ones come on. If you operate in the reverse direction, both the blue ones come on. Okay. Now let's make a turn in place left turn. You see we have red and blue, so your thrusters are operating in opposite direction. We'll go a turn in place right turn, and you see you have blue and red now. Okay. Now if you want to do a sweeping left turn, there you go. Only one LED is on. Sweeping right turn, only one LED is on. The same thing as backup sweeping and back up the other way. You'll notice here the LEDs vary in brightness. I'm going to move the joystick slowly. You'll see it getting brighter and brighter. It's easier to see with the blue ones. Okay, you can see the varying brightness. Okay, that's your LEDs. Next thing we want to do is we want to go and we want to look in this area in here, and we're going to look at the H-bridge signals. Okay, first stuff we want to do is set the prop scope up to 100 microseconds per division. Okay, and we want to set it also to 2 volts per division. And we're going to probe on H-bridge pin 5. Okay, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right here. Okay, and the trigger should be set to 2 volts. Okay, now let's go. There we go. We have H-bridge signals. Now I'm going to move the joystick just a little bit, and you'll see most of the time that signal is off. As I increase the joystick, you'll see it turning on for longer and longer and longer period of time. That means your thruster is going to be running faster and faster and faster. Okay? Now I'm going to go backwards. You'll see the same thing. It's getting longer and longer and longer. This is PWM, pulse width modulation. We are changing the width of the on time of the pulse, which changes the on time of your thruster. Make it running faster and faster. The next one is the direction input, which is pin 3 on the H-bridge. Okay, so if we come over here, 1, 2, 3, which is this pin right here. Okay, and now for that I have to turn the trigger off. Okay, and you'll see it's high. Go forward, it goes low. Go backward, it's high. Very simple toggling. Okay. Our last checkout is we're going to look at the H-bridge output, which is down here. Okay. Again, we have to change the oscilloscope. We want to make sure you change the volts per division. Let's change the volts per division to 20 volts per division. Okay? Please make sure you change that. Scope does not like to be over voltage. We're going to probe right here, and we'll look at the scope. Okay, you can see the H-bridge changing in the forward direction. If you go in the reverse direction, nothing will happen. Now we flip over to the other side. We go the reverse direction. You can see the PWM changing. Okay? Forward direction, nothing happens. That's the way it should be. Okay? You can see that. If you've done that, check all of your H-bridge outputs. You now have a successful operational R.O.V control board, and we're ready to get in the water. Okay, now that your H-bridges are successfully operating, your basic stamp is programmed, you're ready to get in the water. Almost. You have tether design and waterproofing. Waterproofing is very important. You do not want to put something in that will leak and lose all this hard work. The other thing that's very important is the H-bridges need a minimum voltage of 10.5. So Ranger class, please pay attention to your tether design and make sure that you do not have too much voltage drop that result in the H-bridges not operating. If you do all that, you should be successful. Have fun and see you at the competition.